Good morning, students. So today we are going to discuss the back exercise of chapter 7. So in the back exercise, the first question is Phillips, a place where animals are protected in their natural habitat is called dash. It's called wildlife sanctuary. Then species found only in a particular area is known as endemic species. Migratory birds fly to faraway places because of climatic changes. Then we have the question number 2, differences, 4 differences. First one is wildlife sanctuary and biosphere reserve. So wildlife sanctuary and biosphere reserve, as we all know, that wildlife sanctuary is an area protected for animals where animals can live in their natural habitat is known as wildlife sanctuary. In these sanctuaries, hunting, poaching, grazing, felling trees, etc. are strictly prohibited. Whereas in biosphere reserve, it's an area which is conserved to protect the biodiversity and culture of that area is known as biosphere reserve. So it is consisted of many protected areas like sanctuaries, national park, lake, mountains. There are about 440 wildlife sanctuaries in India, and there are about 15 biosphere reserve in India. Then we have zoo and wildlife sanctuary. Zoo, it's a place where animals live in artificial habitat. We have a zoo in Bathinda also. It is a place where animals live in natural habitat. And in zoo, the animals are protected for public view and they are spread in small areas. Whereas in wildlife sanctuary, the animals are protected and conserved in very large areas. These areas are prohibited for hunting, grazing, felling trees, etc. Endangered and extinct species. Endangered and extinct we have already discussed. Endangered means which are near extinction, which are at the verge of extinction. Their numbers are decreasing day by day. And extinct species means which are already extinct. They are not existing. The last member of the family died. Example of endangered species: tiger, wild buffalo, and extinct dinosaurs. Then we have flora and fauna. Flora and fauna, the plants occurring in an area and animals occurring in area are fauna. So examples are teak, mango, jamun. These all examples are given in your NCERT book. Then we have the discuss effects of deforestation on the following. So first is wild animals. Wild animals, what will be the effect of deforestation on wild animals? The natural habitat of the animals is destroyed by deforestation. Without the natural habitat, the animals are left with no place to live and breed. As a result of this, animals are at the verge of extinction. Then the environment. Deforestation has resulted in global warming. We know that the amount of carbon dioxide is increasing, right? That is not, then the carbon dioxide will not be absorbed by the plants, due to which the carbon dioxide will increase and it will adverse effect on our ecosystem. Village and rural areas. Village, rural areas largely depend on forests for so many things, their daily needs, fuel, fruits, food, etc. So if the forest will be reduced, then the resources will also be less. Cities, cities are not directly affected by deforestation, but when the changes in the climate will be there, then it will result in the calamities like flood, droughts, etc. And it also leads to global warming. Then on Earth, we know that deforestation has converted the fertile lands into deserts. So natural calamities like flood, droughts are also result of deforestation. So the climate of Earth also be affected. Next generation, deforestation has affected our climate very much. Many species are at the verge of extinction because of deforestation, and some species are already extinct. So the next generation may not be able to see many beautiful and attractive fauna and flora. It may have to suffer from the effects of global warming, no fuel and no paper. Then question 4, what will happen if we go on cutting tree? We know that if we will go on cutting tree, then you can give the reasons. Natural calamities will be there, fertility of soil, rainfall. Then What will happen if the habitat of animal is disturbed? If the habitat will be disturbed, then they will not get any space to live and breed. As a result of this, their survival will be difficult. Top layer of soil is exposed. If the top layer of soil is exposed, then it will wash away other water, away with water. The removal of top layer will convert the fertile land into deserts. Why should we conserve biodiversity? So, why should we conserve biodiversity? We know that that is very important for all living organisms. So we should conserve biodiversity to save it from being extinct. Protected forests are also not completely safe for wild animals. Protected forests are completely safe for wild animals because poachers have found assist in these areas and killing animals. There is need to make strict rules against poaching and trespassing. Some tribals depend on jungle. How we know that they are dependent on jungle for their food, fuel, wood, and shelter. What are the causes and consequences that we have already discussed? What is Red Data Book? It's a book which keeps a record of all endangered animals and plants. What do you understand by term migration? So for the purpose of breeding and specific purposes, we know that some birds and animals move from their habitat to some other habitat when the conditions are not acceptable for them. So due to climatic changes, they travel from one place to another. So when the condition will be favorable, then they will come back to their position. Right? That is all for today. These questions you can do today. The rest of the questions we will discuss tomorrow. Thank you.